No.
Because listen, the first 5 years I was in Grace, I thought about rest from the carnal mind and about how I'm going to make myself rest. Right? Well, when you're thinking about resting from the carnal mind, then you hear, I'm not going to do anything at all.
Sleep all day.
Right?
That's right.
I'm going to sleep all day.
Yeah.
And so actual rest is talking about the condition of a person's heart. It's talking about the driving force behind what they do.
Yes.
It's not talking about whether they do or don't do. It's talking about the driving force behind their life. Jesus had people picking corn on the Sabbath.
You needed the corn.
Right? So, but do you see the position
Sure.
that his heart was in? It
Yeah.
was of faith and not of sin.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it's talking about the driving force behind our life. Like when we first come and started the church, man, I really wanted to preach. I found this passion in my heart to tell people about God. But man, people get upset when I say this, but it's just how I think sometimes, or how I thought in the past. Man, I'm a horrible public speaker up on stage. That's just how I thought. And so I sat with this great desire to preach and tell people about God. But man, every time I got up on stage, I walked away thinking, oh my gosh, I was almost like Gideon, Moses. Can you send someone else to talk? Can I talk to them and then they go talk? And so what was going on at the beginning there is that brought me so much pain because I thought it was a word that I wasn't as I ought to be. Right? Now, resting was that I didn't look to that to justify me. I didn't look to how I thought I preached to justify me. And I didn't stop preaching in order to try to have peace.
Right.
I rested in God to bring me peace, and I kept doing what was in my heart.
Even though your soul
Right?
was afflicted.
But if I wouldn't have been in God's rest, I would have stopped preaching, even though that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right? And so I wouldn't have been free to do what was in my heart to do, because I would have been trying to find life by my own works. But because I was resting in God to save my soul,
Right.
I was set free to do what I wanted to do, even though every day I would hear these words talking about how bad I sucked, and how I should stop talking and everything else, and I probably had the loudest voice of everyone. It didn't really matter. What other people say can never affect you unless you already believe it yourself.
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so when people complained about how loud I was or that I moved around too much or, whatever, it's not that they said that was the problem. It's that's what I believed.
Yeah, right.
And so they were just confirming it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never wanted to be up on stage talking. I hate public speaking, man.
Now we're going to get some bright lights on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.